Hello, I'm Debbie and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're doing the long readings for Libra season. So look at this as more of the chapters, where the short readings are more of the pages. Now, we're doing Libra season, and that will be whatever your sign is in Libra season. I would also suggest that you look up your your rising, ascending, your Venus, your moon, and, take a look at those to see how they may be affecting you also. But this will be a long reading, and so I will be using a bunch of cards. Now, I use my, three of these decks will be Radley Valentine. Here is my Angel Tarot cards, which I will use for the main reading. I will then go to John Holland's Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards to kind of get clarification. I then go to my Osha Zen Tarot cards for some extra words of advice. We circle back to Radley Valentine Archangel Power Tarot cards. I'll do 3 also with those. Guardian Angel Tarot cards, will pull 1. And then I will finish up with my Emily Anderson Crystal deck. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy, but remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. All right, now I'm an intuitive channeler. That means that I open myself to higher power, and I ask just basically whatever you need to hear, let that come through. And hopefully it does resonate with you. Any cards that are reversed have stronger energies. Also, to make sure that you write down the numbers. Numbers are very important, and there's ways to look that up on the internet. You can put it in a search browser, the numbers. You can put angel numbers behind it. There's just ways to look those things up. Also, too, when I mention higher power, that's whoever that is to you. That could be your guardian angel, your spirit guides, your voice of the universe, your divine, your source, whoever that is to you. Okay? Okay. So, first, before we start, again, let me go through my little listing. And there's a lot of stuff going on right now in Libra season. Now, I'm going to be reading this. And, and I also will post this on my blog with, just with this and with the websites too. And then I will put a link to YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. Okay. So we enter Libra season with 3 planets going direct. Mercury, which is in Libra right now. Remember, the shadow of retrograde has begun on the 13th. Also, Venus, which is in Scorpio, and Mars, which is in Libra. Now, we are in Libra season. Libra season is about justice and balance. Remember that, with Mars and Libra don't necessarily go along quite well. So Mars could be pushing Libra outside of Libra's boundaries. Libra could be, be talking Mars' ears off and kind of saying, no, you have to balance things more and more. Libra season is about restoring and finding balance and justice. But there's a lot of air energy again throughout Libra season. We finished up a Virgo season. Libra had a really strong mark there. The air energy was very, very strong. Now we have 5 planets retrograde. We have Jupiter in Aquarius. However, it goes direct October 18th at 1:30 a.m. All the times are Eastern Standard Time. We have Saturn in Aquarius, which is again going direct October 10th at 10:17. Neptune, which is in Pisces, that will be going direct. That will be retrograde. Pluto in Capricorn goes direct on October 7th, 2029 p.m. And Uranus in Taurus will stay retro. Now, Mercury in Libra, we talked about, that we were in the shadow of the retrograde because it's usually 2 weeks before, 2 weeks after. It does go retrograde September 27th at 1:10 a.m. It is in Libra. It will stay retrograde until October 18th at 11:17 a.m. when it goes back direct. Now, there is some things going on, Pluto, which is in Capricorn. There's something a little bit odd going on with that. I need to do some more research. But Pluto is a very slow moving planet. Pluto has a lot of, tear down to build up type of energy. Now, in the early springs, or that would be in the northern hemisphere, or actually would still be in the winter time, February 19th, 2022. I read somewhere, and again, I need to look this up more so, but I think we need to be aware of it, that this will be in, let me see if I can phrase this correctly. This will be in the place that it was for the United States back in 1775. So now, if you know anything about America's history, the United States history, you'll know we were going into, or we were getting ready for what was called, or what is called, the Revolutionary War. So that in itself, I want you to just be kind of aware of that. I know this has nothing to do with Libra season, but as I do my research, this popped up, and I think we need to know about it. All right, now, we're going to kind of go quickly through Libra season just because I'm going to reference you to another website, and again, it'll be, I'll put that in my blog. But let's go through the dates. September 22nd, the sun enters Libra, which is an air sign, at 3:21 p.m. Again, all of these are Eastern Standard Time. Now, the autumn equinox starts also at 3:22. That's if you're in the northern hemisphere. If you're in the southern hemisphere, it would be your spring equinox. This is where day and night, light and dark, balance each other. So it's supposed to be where there's a certain point where there will be 12 hours of light and 12 hours of darkness. It also is a time, because we will be going into what is, towards the end, and this is in Scorpio season. We'll go into All Hallows Eve, Halloween. This is where we're entering a time where the veil, at least, the veil is getting thinner and thinner, and that is between what I call the supernatural and the natural, or the physical and the metaphysical. Now, let's go ahead, put these out here, and let's pull a couple of cards to see what we need to know about Libra season. And this is my Rider Tarot cards. These are the traditional tarot cards. So let's see what we have as an overview. Okay, now, this is a 15, so now we know that there's 5 energy here. 5 energy has a lot of change energy here. This is traditionally the devil, because it says the devil. The thing that I want you to remember is this is, a lot of times, this is either running away from your fears or facing your fears. Okay, so Libra season could be one of those times that you either confront your fears or you just don't, you have your head buried in the sand. So take a look at this, so here we have the devil, very scary, very ominous. The star is off-centered, or the pentagram is off-centered, so that does bring kind of an evil energy to this. And, basically not necessarily a nice type of energy. But then you have the two, the male, the female. And with that is that they are in chains. They are bound. The thing, though, if you ever look at it, is the chains are loose. So they can slip their chains if they choose to. But again, these are choices. So again, this has a lot of confronting your fears, also possibly just not dealing with your fears, running away type of energy. When I get this, when I see this, this is, to me, a lot of things are going to happen where you're going to have to confront some unpleasant information, unpleasant choices, and just unpleasantness. But you have to confront it, otherwise you will let fear rule you. And remember what I'm always saying. I am always saying this, and again, this is a good saying, so take this for however your spirituality leads you. Fear is the tool of the devil. Okay? That's how the devil keeps the people entrapped. So this is, again, choices, and Libra, Libra season has a lot of weird stuff going on that will be, bringing things to the head. Okay, let's go on to our next card. Now, this one is reversed, and here we go. This is a major arcana. This is also a major arcana, and this is a number 1. 1 is, new beginnings, new starts. This is the Magician, and if you notice, they have the same hand gestures in many ways. How and this is basically as above, as below type of energy here. But this one, while this one is a little bit more, not quite as, committed, this one is very strong energy here. This one is saying things can happen. But again, it's within it's what you can actually manifest. Now, let's go on here. And this is wonderful. So now we have a 1-5, we have a 1, and now we have a 10. This is the 10 of Cups. Cups is water energy. Water energy is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. We just, we're about to enter into Scorpio season after Libra. We just had that, right now Venus is in Scorpio, and we just had, when this reading is beginning, we will have just, and I mean just, because I think the full moon in Pisces is the 20th or the 21st of September. So we will still have that Pisces energy. Now, the 10 of Cups is happiness, is very much, happy home, happy feelings, just things happening for the better. Okay, so, but again, it all comes back to, do you face your fears or do you let your fears rule you? All right, so now that's what we have for the 22nd, and that's when Libra energy begins, Libra season. Now we go to the 23rd, that's September, and Venus in Scorpio. Okay, now that's an interesting, there's a lot of intensity with Venus in Scorpio right now with relationships. However, they are opposing, so that energy opposes Uranus in Taurus, and that'll be about 5:40 a.m. the morning of. And, Uranus and Taurus is always about, expect the unexpected, especially, that's more with Uranus, but Taurus is in your reality. So expect the unexpected in your reality. So there could be some very interesting relationships that, there could be those, those truths that you thought were true and now you find out the real truth. There's going to be something with your relationship at that time. Now, we're going to go then to, and this is where I just said, this is weird relationship energies. And this is going to start around the 29th and 30th of September. Because there's major energies going on with Libra, Saturn, Scorpio, Neptune, and Jupiter. And then even in October 2nd, Venus, Scorpio with Pluto. And Pluto again has that destruction, or has, things have to end in order for them to begin energy. So there's going to be some weird relationships around that end of the month, end of September, beginning of October. And I'm going to pull 2 cards for that, because relationships, it takes 2 to tango. Let's see what we have here. And we're going to just do the 2 cards, 1 and 2. The Lovers. So yes, all about the relationships. And the relationships can be work, job, career, personal, intimate, interpersonal, family, or home. I'm going to kind of say, that this is going to be more, I don't like doing this. This is going to be more the intimate, romantic, or personal. So let's go to this next card. Justice. Justice within the relationship. Now remember, Libra is all about justice and balance. So, now, if you notice, I also have these little, like Y's and N's. And basically, if somebody asks me a yes-no question, I pull this card. Well, the answer is pretty much a no. This one would be a yes. So here we have a maybe, but here we have a yes. So we have 6. 6 is the number of man. It's what you put into the relationships. So if you're putting garbage in, you get garbage out. If you're unfaithful, don't expect the relationship to or if one of the parties is unfaithful and, and it's known, well, even if it's not known, don't expect it to last. Justice will occur. If it's a very true and, and very faithful, justice then says yes. Now, This is again, so this is a 6 and this is an 11. Again, we have that 1-1 energy going back to that. 1 plus 1 equals 2. 2 is choices, decisions, relationships also. Okay, so now we have that going on, and that's going to be the weird relationship energies. Now, I'm going to reference this. It's the www.the-astrologer.net. I've referenced them a couple of times, and I like to, when I do this, when I'm doing what I'm feeling needs to be looked at, this is one of the websites that I do go to. And this one will talk about how, so this is major energies from the 6th of October going forward. Now, we have October 6th is the new moon, and it will be in Libra, and that comes about 7:05 a.m. Okay, so now we've got some cards that just wanted to come out. Let's see what we have with this major energy. Now, the other thing that I want you to know is that 6 planets from October 6th onward, there will be 6 planets in what is called the masculine air signs. So I'm going to put out, whenever it's the air signs, because that is Aquarius, that's Libra, which is really, really heavy. It's also Gemini. I really didn't see any Gemini this time around, but this is where you need to speak it out. Keep your thoughts, your words positive, and speak it out. The new moon is a time of a new cycle. And remember, new moon to full moon is when you request. Full moon is your release, relinquish, and request. Full moon to new moon is when it gets smaller, so that is your waning moon, and that's when you get rid of things. Okay, so let's see what we have for this, this major energies from the 6th on. Okay, so here we have the Page of Cups. Again, this is reversed. Cups, again, we have discussed that. Now, the underlying energy of Cups, however, is our earth energy. That is our Virgo, our Capricorn. It is also our Taurus energy. Very solid, tangible, money, job, career, home type of energy. And we also have Pluto in Capricorn. So expect, and then that thing that we just came through with Uranus, even though that was back on the 23rd, expect some weird stuff going on with that too. So this is kind of a quizzical type of energy. This is kind of a, pages to me are optimistic. They're looking forward to whatever they have to look forward to. And this has kind of a questioning vibe to me at this time. It doesn't mean that that things aren't going to go forward in a positive way. In fact, the page believes everything will be positive but the page is also looking at things that, there's a fish in his cup. And the page is also looking at it as, what is this all about? So I feel like the page is going to be questioning. The Page of Cups will be questioning a lot of things that's going on in the world, in their world, and, and making some reevaluations. Now, we have these cards that wanted to come out, so let's take them one at a time. The Queen of Pentacles. Now, the Pentacles is that earth energy again. Queen's underlying energy is water, cups. So you have kind of the reverse on this. So this one, where the water energy was fluid and emotional, this one, yes, fluid and emotional, but this is a woman of substance. This is a woman that goes after what she needs, but in that physical sense. Okay, it's not the Queen of the Queen of Rods or Wands, or the Queen of Swords, but she goes after the protection of her family. She goes after making things right for the ones that are entrusted to her. But she is also a woman of substance. So the new moon is also telling you, so be quizzical, be questioning, but at the same time, go after what it is you want. Make those wishes. Put them out there. Let's see, next card. So now we have another yes, no card, a maybe. This one has a lot of judgment energy. So what would that have been about? That would have been about October 6th. This is 20, which is 2 tens, and we talked about what 10s are. We've talked about what 2s are, judgment time type of energy here. So we've got some strong stuff happening in Libra. Now with judgment, there is also a new start, a new beginning, a new kind of like, and remember when I talk about Mercury retrograde, which have we gotten to there? Yes, yeah, we got to Mercury retrograde already. Mercury retrograde is a time of great karmic balancing happening. So if you've been putting out good karma, things will come back in the betterment. If so just really watch your words, your thoughts type of energy, and how you're feeling towards people. We don't want to have negative karma, because then it means that we've met everything and we can just go on and leave. But this is judgment. This is, being weighed, in some is where you weigh the heart against the feather, type of energy here. So we got some interesting stuff going on right now. Now, your last card here. Okay, and this is again that 10 energy. And this is 10 of Swords. Swords is Libra energy, Aquarius. It is also Gemini energy, thought processes, hearing news, words, strategic planning. It's done. Everything is done. So whatever it is that you've been being judged on, whatever this is all about, it's done. This is an ending to a phase, to a season, to it's just an ending. And then with that ending, you can see this person is done. No more. It's not you. It's not you. Okay. It's more or less like, this is a little overkill in some ways, but it's like, it's done. Let's move on. Okay. Let's go on now, and we will move on. So I told you that we have 6 planets in masculine air signs. Okay. Then we have a return of fire energy. So October 7th, Venus transitions into Sagittarius. Sagittarius is adventurous. So this might be, after all of the intensity of of Scorpio and all that we've talked about, Venus now goes into adventurous Sagittarius to try new things, to just kind of breathe again. Remember, fire energy is our wands, our rods, also fire. And that is our Sagittarius. It is our Aries. It is also our Leo energy. Passionate, burning, determined. So things will be happening. Let's just pull one card for October 7th to see what does it mean when Venus goes into Sagittarius. Let's go on here. So we have covered all of the energies. We've covered air, water, earth, and fire. So I won't be doing that in the longer readings. Let's see what we have. Okay, now this is again reversed. This is a 12, a 1, and a 2, or a 10 plus a 2. Interesting. This would give us a no, but this is the Hangman. And the Hangman, you can see he's also a holy man. You can see by the halo. So this is a Hangman. This is look at things from a different perspective. Look at your relationship from a different perspective. That's an interesting one for me, at least. I feel that I think that we all need to be a little bit receptive. We need to compromise maybe a little bit more. It's also possibly looking at the other person's point of view. It doesn't mean you have to agree with it, but it does go with possibly it's a good thing to listen to it at least. Now, I'm going to just jump ahead to October 20th. We will then have some more fire energy, and that is when we have the full moon in Aries at 10:56 a.m. And again, so now we have that balance where we have we haven't really had a lot of water. No, we have had water energy. We've had our earth energy. We've had air energy. And now we come back to our fire energy. So now Libra is coming back into that balance. Let's see what else we have. We're going to do 2 cards here and see for that full moon. The full moon, the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant is the tradition, the traditionalist. This would be a lot of times with your government, with your church, but basically it's just following the rules. But again, we have a 5. 5 is all about change. So there could be some changes in our spiritual belief. There could be some changes where we either embrace the traditional or we say, maybe this is a little bit too much for us, and we need to step away from that. So that would be more around that full moon in Aries. And then our last card here, This is the Queen of Wands, and this is what I was mentioning before when we have the Queen of Pentacles. Wands, again, is our fire energy. This is embrace the full moon. Embrace the wondrous of it. You know, remember, passionate, burning, determined, fly high, fly high. There's a renewed optimism. Again, this could be the thing stable a little bit more in your natural world, or it could be that, you know, that the world opens up and as you break away from the traditional. And the Queen of Wands is just basically saying fly high. Okay, now we come then to the 23rd of October, and this is just right barely in the 23rd. Again, the times are Eastern, so some of this could be, you know, still on the 22nd, or it could be on, you know, it could be 23rd. I don't know. But this is at 51 minutes after midnight. The Libra season ends and Scorpio season begins. And this one is 4. 4 has stability. This is the 4 of Swords. Basically, rest. Take a time off. Breathe a little bit. Let things chill out a little bit. While we have these that are hanging on the wall, the swords hanging on the wall, we have one that's hidden. So there's still hidden secrets to come, hidden things to happen. And at the same time, even though this looks like some, you know, we go back to something's ended, this is, you know, I don't know, is he on top of a coffin? Is he on top of a, you know, is he one of those statuettes type of thing? I'm not sure. It just, basically, I'm getting the just rest, take it easy. You've got hidden information, and Scorpio is, you know, is about uncovering a lot of hidden information. So, wow. So again, too, there's a lot of things going on in Libra season, and there was even more. But I was like, no, we can't just go down that route. But as we do our small readings, our short readings, as I do them, I will try to get a little more information and put them in the introduction. Okay? Okay. Let's take a deep breath. A lot seems to be happening, and let's go on and start our long readings. Hello, my Pisces, and welcome to Libra season. How are you? And we're coming off of that Pisces full moon. And we're still, you know, right in the beginning of this, we still have that energy. So I hope you've been making your wishes, getting out there, release, relinquish, request, because it's all Pisces. Okay, let's see. And you know, if you watch the introduction, okay, we have a card, couple cards that have flipped. 3 cards that have flipped. Blah, blah, blah. If you watch the introduction, the energies are going to be very intense in Libra season. So let's see what we have. Okay, stop worrying so much. Let that go. Stop worrying it so much. That's what that 9 is about. And so now, 4 of Earth is take a rest. Again, 4 of Earth is the 4 of Pentacles. I think we had that in our cards. And, no, I'm sorry. That was the 4 of Swords. The 4 of Earth is not take a rest. The 4 of Earth is watch your spending. Okay? Earth energy is, again, our Capricorn, it's our Taurus, it's our Virgo energy. 4s have stability to it. It also has leadership, and it has organization. So you need to, again, this is a good time for you to look at your money, look at your spending, look at what you've been spending too much on, what you haven't been spending enough on. Because there's something that you really, really want, and I think you're going to be able to if you dig deep. And again, I don't do the financial, so that do not do any investments or anything. But I do feel that if you look deep, you're going to find the money for what it is that you've been wanting to do. Now, and I don't know if this is, again, you know, I don't know, are you starting a business? I just feel like you're going, you know, buying a home, something like that, and you just have to maybe refinancing. There's just this thing about your money, and you're kind of like, I've got this opportunity. And again, this is not financial advice. Please never take this or as legal advice. But it's kind of like there's this opportunity, and I just need to make sure that I'm budgeted, that I'm ready to go after this opportunity. Now, again, too, we have, Mercury is retrograde, so that's always a weird time to sign contracts. So do not, basically, if you are signing contracts during Mercury retrograde and the pre or the post shadow, make sure you have a lawyer look through it very, very carefully. But I do feel like there is kind of an adventure coming. I do feel that there's kind of this positive thing, and you just need to kind of get your I's dotted, your T's crossed in order for whatever this is. I don't know, maybe again, I'll use this as an example. Maybe you're looking at homes and now there's an opportunity and you're just kind of like, okay, how can I make this happen? How can I put this out there? In my Pisces, I always tell you that you have an uncanny way of speaking things out, as long as you don't do the but, speaking things out and making things happen. So the Four of Earth is something about watching your money and getting it ready for something new. Okay? So this is being too frivolous or too cautious with money, good business decisions, giving to those less fortunate. Now we come to the Eight of Fire. And again, I talked about all the energies in the beginning and the intro. Now, eights are about unlimited opportunities, unlimited possibilities. So whatever this is that you're preparing, that you just need to kind of look at, and you're just kind of saying, now, am I ready for this? Once things start moving, it's going to be moving faster than you even expected. So if you are starting a business, starting something to do where, again, no investments. I don't like that. I don't want to tell you to go and invest in anything because I don't do that. But if it's something that you have to, kind of get the paperwork ready for, get the, show you that you have whatever this is, things start to move that much quicker because this Libra energy, this Libra air, and then having these, when the planets go direct, that is going to be big movement for you in this direction with this. I mean, I could see you possibly, moving, buying a house, starting a business, starting something. And again, too, it's really, I really feel like you juggle the numbers, you juggle the whatever, and you find what it is you need to find. So, okay. Eights, unlimited opportunity and possibilities. Events moving at fast pace, delays are over, many things happening at once. Now we come to that Nine of Air. Air energy again is Libra, Aquarius, Gemini thought processes. This is now, this is the butt card. And you get this every so often. I think we got this in one of the recent short readings. Oh, everything's going good. Okay, this can all happen. We've got what we need. Everything is going to go. But I don't know, my Pisces. Maybe this is needed. Maybe you need to rethink your plan a little bit. Maybe you need to just kind of look at it all. But this is about self-fulfilling prophecies. This is about you putting it out into the universe that, yes, this is all going to happen, but. This is all the but. This is worrying then. This is you saying, oh, this is like you leaving the house and saying, did I turn off the stove? Did I unplug the iron? Did I unplug the this, the that type of energy? So, you might have to go back and revisit in order to assure yourself that the stove is off, that that you did unplug everything. And you might have to make sure all the doors are locked too. And then you can move forward with this. So while this has a lot of the butt energy, it also has a lot of the, you may have to revisit everything. And remember, Mercury retrograde, when it goes direct, there's a lot of revisiting. So, expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecies, sleepless nights. So there's anxiety with this energy here, but Libra season seems to will be heightening a lot of that anxiety anyway. Just the air energies will just be for the thoughts, and and as things clear out and clear up, and it's kind of like the air energy is kind of like cleaning out the cobwebs in many cases. But when you're clearing out the cobwebs, they have to go somewhere else. So let's see what clarification we have from my Pisces. Okay, now we have some cards that did jump out. So here we're going to cup, and we will take one more card. Okay. I don't know, did this one or this one? I think we're going to go this one is first. Okay, let's see what we have here. Ah, see, now we have a 3. 3 has creativity, and there's power in 3. Recognition and rewards. So things are working out the way you want them to do. You know, I know, my Pisces, you do like to worry. You know, like I said, even though things can be going well, you know, you're always checking. And, you know, who's to say that that's wrong? Because, like I said, maybe you need to go back and make sure that the stove is off and all of that. So recognition and reward. Okay, now we have an 8 again, an 8, 8. So we have the 4, 8, 9. Remember those numbers, 3, 8. 8 is accelerated motion. Things are happening faster. Maybe it's a little overwhelming, but things are happening faster than you are prepared for. So that in itself can be where all of this angst and where these worries are about. You know, so things are, you know, what you might have started as kind of a lark, as kind of a, oh yeah, you know, this isn't going to go anywhere. And all of a sudden it's like moving, things are moving, and you're like, oh my gosh, I wasn't, you know, it's like maybe you start a YouTube channel and you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't expect this to do anything. So that could be happening. But I do like this. I like her looking up. You know, I like it, you know, whether this be, you know, meteorite or what this is, comet, make a wish. Make a wish, my Pisces. Next card is, now that's another 8. So we have an 8 and an 8. This is emotional withdrawal. So we had accelerated movement, emotional withdrawal. But again, 8s are unlimited opportunities and possibilities. So step back a little bit. This is again when I'm going to go into connect with your higher power. Get yourself into some place that you really can feel connected with the spirit, connected with, you know, the source, okay? You need to listen a little bit to your higher power, the source, the divine, in order for you to kind of ground yourself. This is, you know, I like this, that this person's coming to water, this person is praying, you know, this person is sitting in the sitting where the tides come in. So remember too, you did have the full moon, and the moon does affect the tides. So you know, so you need to kind of step back a little bit, at least in your emotions. You know, just kind of step back, do some prayers, do some connecting, and let's see what happens with that. So we have a 3, 8, 8 energy there now. Okay, let's see what words of advice from my Osha Zen Tarot cards we have here. So, you know, and the thing too is you know, this emotional withdrawal can help you. Connecting with higher power can connect you with the anxiety that the 9 of air brings about, or brings with it. But remember, 9s have some completion. 9s are also saying, you've got what you need. You've got everything you need. Now, let's go on here. Well, now, they're all the same way, but I don't know if they're reversed or not. Here we go. Flowering. Things are blossoming. Things are working for you. Now again, we have that moon energy all around you here. So work with the moon energies with you. The lotus pad, the lotus flower, I should say lotus flower. There's a lot of crown energy with the lotus. There's also crown energy with the color, the lavender, the violet. There's a lot of crown energy going on here. There's green energy. Green has a lot of health. It also has a lot of emotional health too. So use that energy. Use the energy. You're actually, flowering to me is you are coming into your own now. You are coming into a better place. It may create some anxiety, but you're coming into a better place. Next card is nothingness. Now, this is a 5. So did we have any 5 energy? No, we had a lot of 8s. 5 has change energy. There's a couple of cards that are very unique to Osha Zen Tarot. Nothingness is basically, you've got a blank slate. You can create and do. This is a time where anything is possible for you, my Pisces. Anything. It's in your hands now. What are you going to do? I love that. Here we go. Next card is, now we have some more eights again. So we had the 1, 2, 3, and a 4, 8. And there is ordinaryism. Ordinariness. And, basically it's live your life. Just live. Live. Sometimes this is saying, sometimes we can be too, I don't know, outrageous with our hopes. Sometimes we can but I look at this as live your life, enjoy your life, and have some dreams, have some hopes, but also to stay in the present too. Okay? But I do love nothingness. So I love nothingness because nothingness it's a blank slate for you. Anything is possible during this Libra season. So let's go on. My Archangel Power Tarot cards for my Pisces. Oh, I love this because, my husband is a Pisces and I've got another 8 came, an 8 of fire, 8 of Gabriel, 8 of fire. So, I have many sweet people in my life that are also Pisces. So here we go. Let's see what we have. So we've talked about the 8 of fire. And again, so that would make 5 8s. A great deal of activity, sudden and immediate results, important communications. Your next card is the 5 of Raphael. Now, 5s are, we talked about 5s. 5s are change energy. Raphael is water energy. Now, change could be positive, negative, it could be neutral. 5 is also the number of grace. So there is divine grace. This is one of those times that, and again goes possibly with that 9 of air. Things happen. Things happen. We don't have control over everything. There's some things we can control, but we probably control a lot less than what we think we do. Things happen. Embrace it. Embrace the changes that are happening. So everything happens for a reason. Release regret and embrace the opportunities for happiness. Search for the silver lining. Again, there's so much that you can make happen here. It's a blank slate. Here we go. Next card. The 3 of Gabriel. Now, did we have any other 3s? We had the 3 here. So this, I would say, probably is a fire energy here too. So 3 of Gabriel, 3 of fire. Prosperity arising from wise planning. Time to take the next step. Optimistic plans that turn out as expected. It may not necessarily be what you expected, but it actually does turn out better. I love this. This is the card that says your ship comes in. So yeah, the only thing is you've got, there's a little fear with the unknown, fear with the unknown. There is worry. Do you have what it takes? But the thing is, my Pisces, it's telling you, yeah, you got it all. You got it all. And we had flowering in here, right? Yeah, it's time for it. You're coming into one of the better parts, the better season. I feel there's a strong empowerment coming for you too, probably because of that full moon. And that full moon will last until that energy will carry you through Libra season. Okay, so let's see our guardian angels, and then we'll finish up with our Emily Anderson crystal deck. Here we go. This one is reversed. Review and contemplation. Now, this goes back again to the first and to the introduction, and that was judgment. So we talked about 20, but this has a lovely message. You've accomplished a great deal in your life, and you have much to be proud of. Now it's time to decide what's next. As you contemplate the past and the present, you'll get clear on your divine purpose. Remember, you've got a blank slate. You can make anything happen. Don't be distracted by conventional thinking. Be the real you. Wow. So that goes back to that. So I would go back to the introduction and see when was the judgment card, because I would try to think. I would try to line some of these up with the dates and put those dates down and see what they mean. Okay, let's go on. What crystal or energy for my Pisces? Here we are. This is reversed. Moonstone. Moonstone, I love it. Female fertility, well, that kind of goes with the flowering. calming emotions, again with the 9 of air, attracting new love, growth. And I love it. I love it for you, my Pisces. It's always an adventure. Okay. Now, remember to like, share, subscribe, click on the bell, notifications. You keep me going, so please do that. Thank you. Most importantly, this is really the most important thing, my Pisces. No matter what the world throws at us, always know that you are loved, stay shining, and be blessed. Bye-bye.